My child, listen and do not delay. This moment holds the power to reshape every broken part of your life. In the next breath, I will unveil the secret that has been restoring your heart even when you felt alone. Stay with me now, for what I speak will awaken the strength you thought was lost. And every second you hesitate, the world presses in to steal this divine renewal. Hurry, the future I promise is calling, and your decision in these coming moments will echo through eternity. Now your heart is entering a new season, a gentle yet profound journey of transformation. I have not come to disrupt your life with violent storms, but to shape you in love, soft as a whisper, yet deep as a spring. Soon, this transformation will become evident not only in your emotions, but in your perspective on life, your love for others, and how you see yourself. A veil is lifting. You will begin to see things your eyes once missed. The true worth you carry, the deeper purpose behind past experiences, the sacred meaning hidden in every dark season. I am not changing you to break you again. I am molding you to renew you entirely, to lead you beyond old limitations toward a horizon more magnificent than you ever imagined. The light I pour into you is unlike human light, flickering with moods, circumstances, or fleeting moments. My light is living and powerful enough to dispel every shadow you have carried. It not only illuminates your path, but shines into the darkest corners within you, places you've kept hidden out of fear of pain. But my light does not expose to condemn, it reveals to heal. It does not shame, but frees you from darkness's grip. Once that light saturates your soul, you will never be the same. My child, this transformation is sacred. It is not the result of personal effort nor external change. It is the work of my Spirit, the Holy One gently awakening what has long been buried inside you. It may be faith once lost, courage once wounded, dreams buried beneath harsh realities. I am stirring them back to life, not so you return to the past, but so you may step into the present as a new creation, stronger, deeper, and radiant with light. You will walk differently, not with hesitant steps, but firm, confident strides filled with holy anticipation. You will speak differently, not from pain but healing, not from fear but unwavering trust. This transformation will not happen overnight, but will grow day by day, hour by hour, taking root like a tree planted deeply in fertile soil. In this new season, I am renewing you not only for your sake, but to prepare you as a light for others, a living source of inspiration and a testimony of my power to restore. When others see you, they will recognize not just transformation, but the presence of the divine dwelling within you. For when I touch you, my aim is not merely to improve you, but to make you a vessel through which many others will find restoration. There will be days when progress feels slow or when understanding escapes you. But my beloved, do not grow weary. What I am creating in you is a delicate masterpiece, each detail crafted with immeasurable wisdom and love. Do not judge your progress by fleeting emotions, but by the growing peace within you, the steadfast hope, and the courage rising from within without any apparent source. For I have placed it in your heart. I am guiding you on a journey no one else can take for you, a sacred personal path where you and I walk together, not with noise or judgment, but with love and divine guidance. Every step you take toward me draws you nearer to the fullness I destined for you before the world's foundation. Let me continue this miraculous work. Let my light fully dwell in you. Open your heart to receive all I long to give, not just healing for today, but restoration for the road ahead. Not merely for a part of your life, but for your entire being, body, soul, and spirit. I am not preparing you simply to survive. I am calling you to live gloriously, powerfully, and freely, exactly as you were created to live. Do not look back, my beloved. Do not cling to old definitions of yourself, others, or life itself. Something new is unfolding. A new light is spreading. A new chapter, more radiant, profound, and alive, is opening before your eyes. And you are the one I have chosen to step into it, with a healed heart, renewed soul, and life transformed at the very root. My precious one, I know every path you have walked, the unsteady steps, the long days bearing burdens that seemed impossible to carry. I am not unfamiliar with your journey. I do not deny the weight of your trials. But hear this, every step has shaped a beauty within you that this world cannot touch. Every time you rose after a fall, chose forgiveness over bitterness, believed in me in the dark, these moments make you shine in my eyes. You are not merely a survivor, you are a conqueror, not by human standards but by heaven's, through faithfulness, surrender, and love that remains whole through every storm. Do not be ashamed of your weaknesses. Do not think I am disappointed. On the contrary, I am proud because even wounded, you chose love. Even misunderstood, you chose humility. Even with no guarantees, you chose obedience. These choices are precious in my sight. They prove my spirit lives within you. Having come this far, never doubt I will carry you further, stronger, radiant, and filled with hope. My child, I know the world's weight tempts you to give up. Harsh words, failures, broken promises, they leave you weary and empty. But you were never made to collapse under pain's weight. You were created to stand firm under my protection. You do not fight alone. I am your refuge, the shade in heat, the flame in cold. Shelter in me and find a fortress unshakable, arms that never withdraw and love that never walks away. So today, my beloved child, let me wipe your tears. Let me hold you close. Rest in my embrace. Remember this truth. You are not lost. You are being led. What you endure is not random, but a chapter in the story of restoration, glory, and grace I am writing. A story where blessing triumphs, light shines, and love echoes forever. You are not alone. You never have been and never will be forsaken. My hand, the one that stretched stars, is holding yours. My eyes, the ones that saw the end from the beginning, watch every faltering step. I know you, see you, and love you. Not for perfection, but because I see truth in your heart. You still choose me, believe in me, long for me, even when all seems clouded. I promise, your journey will not end in pain. What began in tears will finish in joy. What started in darkness will conclude in glorious light. I am the faithful one. I will complete what I began in you and never stop loving you. Not when you stumble, doubt, feel weak or invisible. My love never withdraws. My presence never retreats. My promises remain forever. Beloved, do not fear the coming changes. Do not turn away from the new because of old pain. Understand deeply. Transformation is not a storm, but a fresh wind inviting you to spread your wings. The changes are not to take away, but to give richer, greater things, longed-for treasures your soul has never tasted. Do not fear the stirring, breaking, or shifting. I stir the waters to move you from stagnation. I shake the unshakable not to confuse, but awaken you from spiritual slumber. This transformation is an invitation to resurrection, not fear. Step out. Live fully. Enter boldly the new season I have prepared. My child, yesterday's sorrows, failures, and painful memories no longer define you. The past is not a sentence to serve or a prison to return to. Let me remove those chains. Let me lift the heavy layers, regrets, fears of failure, disappointments. Give them all to me. You need not carry them alone. Now is the time to lay down your burdens, not to drag weary feet, but to run freely. Let my love fill the emptiness you dared not name. Let my light shine into sealed heart corners. Allow yourself to be healed, not by denying pain, but by letting it dissolve in my embrace. In every cell I plant new life. What withered is watered, what shattered is restored. You may not feel it clearly now, but my unchanging love touches all. I heal beyond the surface, renewing at the root. I reach into your thoughts, emotions, responses, not just delivering you from past pain, but empowering you to live anew. This is no temporary phase. It is a new season, a doorway to the life I destined for you from the start. I have not called you to resign, but to live fully, not to endure, but to shine. You will notice changes in perception. Fear replaced by peace, anxiety by trust, closed doors opening wide. You will realize boldness flows not from your strength, but from my spirit within. Your speech, steps, life will change, not from striving, but from my presence alive in you. My beloved, do not resist my love. Do not let past wounds cause hesitation before a love that never abandons. I am not like those who hurt you. I do not change with emotion. I do not leave when you are weak. My love is always whole, waiting, pursuing. Now that love pours into every part of you, not to overwhelm, but to assure you are safe, completely loved. You need not try harder to be worthy. You have always been precious in my sight. Know this: when you let go of the past, I will not leave you empty-handed. I never take without preparing something better. Loss is never allowed without greater blessings to come. Offer me your pain, and I will give joy. Bring me your fear, and I will plant courage. Lift your emptiness, and I will fill you with my presence. The peace you long for I give, not fleeting but true peace, steady amid storms. The strength you need I impart, not to harden, but to make gentle yet unshakable. The joy you ache for I awaken, not born from circumstances but from an inner wellspring of love and calling. So, my beloved child, surrender to the transformation I am working within. Do not resist or fear. Receive it. Open your heart. Trust that what I do in you is not just for you, but for those touched by your restored life. When healed, you become a vessel of healing. When restored, a restorer of others. When living fully, a guide leading others into life. My precious one, as change stirs in your life, moments of hesitation, confusion, and unrest may flood in unexpectedly, causing doubt about your path. This is natural. It does not mean weakness or failure, but shows that something sacred and eternal is being born within you. I understand this. I do not grow angry at your trembling, nor disappointed at your doubts. I draw you close, knowing your soul resists unfamiliar light, never ventured this deep before. I created your tender and strong places. So when your heart falters, remember I am here, with you, in you, for you. Not only when strong, but in weariness, holding you in grace's arms. You need not see the full picture or understand all. Just remember, I go before you, paving the way, preparing all you need before you ask. I do not demand monumental faith, but a sincere heart. In uncertainty, cling to me, not through understanding, but trust, not control, but surrender. I know what's best for you more than you do. I see the path, the stumbles, the unready moments, and I plan to strengthen and refine you like gold shining brighter through fire. Your doubts are not signs of drifting, but a heart honestly confronting itself, longing to be led. They mark a living journey where I am guide and faithful companion. True transformation takes time. It is a process, like dawn breaking slowly after night, steady and sure, not sudden or loud. That light warms and revives your soul. I will never rush you. I delight in your growth, rejoicing over every step forward, no matter how small. I celebrate when you choose forgiveness over resentment, patience over anger, prayer over doubt. These small acts signal life awakening within, and heaven rejoices. Step now into this sacred moment with an open heart. This is a season of release, deliverance, and spiritual rebirth. Time to lay down old garments by choice, knowing you no longer belong to what was. You are no longer defined by wounds, fear, or doubting voices. You were not born to dwell in pain's shadow or cling to outdated images. Failures, rejection, judgment may have hurt, but hold no power to define you. You are my masterpiece, shaped by life itself, not made to fall but to shine even in darkness. Do not fear when you sense shedding, shaking, or falling apart. This is not loss but restructuring, a process separating you from what no longer serves my divine purpose. You may have held to images or expectations out of fear, but now you will know you are chosen for a life beyond limits imposed by others or yourself. I have seen your soul's deepest places, parts even you dare not enter. I know your heart's longing for freedom from pressure, to live in truth and release fear and inadequacy. I know how often you endured silence, wanted freedom, but feared pain again. Now, my child, I call you forward, not to confront fear, but to embrace what I have destined for you. I do not see you as you see yourself. I see untapped potential, a treasury of compassion, faith, and steadfastness beneath past wounds' dust. Every part, even those hidden or rejected, can become powerful in my hands if you allow renewal. Do not heed voices telling you you're not good enough or doomed to repeat mistakes. They are lies, echoes of darkness that tried to imprison you in shame. Now the light has come. It is not distant but stirring and shining within you. I lit this flame when you were but a seed. Now it rises, undeniable, unquenchable, unhidden. It is the pure light of identity, calling, and eternal purpose I placed in you. I see not just who you are, but who you are becoming. A soul set free, vibrant, filled with divine power. A living testimony to my faithfulness. You will no longer be bound by the past or driven by fear. You will dare to live fully, love without hesitation, give without fear, and stand firm amid turmoil. But to step into this, you must be brave enough to let go of dead dreams, roles played to please, and pain so familiar you thought you couldn't live without it. Letting go is not failure, but healing's start. It is the first step toward a new door with no chains or condemnation. Only you and me, and a sacred journey waiting. As you walk this fresh path, you will sense a profound shift. Not just in circumstances, but in thoughts, emotions, and perception. Each step marks transformation deep within. A gentle yet powerful, quiet yet authoritative change. The heavy thoughts of self-blame and doubt will begin to fade. They will lose their power. Like clouds dispersing before morning light, shadows give way to hope's brilliance. This hope is anchored in me, steady, alive, unchanging. I renew not only your surroundings, but your mind, responses, and self-worth. This is no fleeting positivity, but mind renewal only my spirit can bring. You will no longer be captive to old patterns, but have every thought illuminated by truth, doubt silenced by gratitude, and faith's certainty. I reach into forgotten parts of your mind, memories buried by shame or fear. Nothing within you is beyond my transforming love. No wound my love cannot heal. Every thought, motive, and desire is refined in my love's fire, not to burn but purify, not to cast aside but reveal your truest self, whom I envisioned before your first breath. As your mind renews, so will your words. You will speak from trust, not fear. Your words will be life-giving streams, not weapons. Each word flowing from my love within you holds power to uplift, restore, ignite light in weary souls. Your mouth will no longer echo anxiety, but declare goodness, promise, and truth. And beyond words, every action, every small decision will carry new spiritual weight. You will act not from old impulses, but from my Spirit's leading. Each step will reflect love, not fear. Decisions will move you toward life, wholeness, and the light I provide. When you know you are loved, your actions change. And when you act differently, the world around you shifts. Hear this clearly. The transformation I work in you is not just to improve, but to restore your true self. The one created before the world distorted your image with wounds and expectations. I am not fixing a broken project, but restoring a precious creation worthy of my love and care. In this process, your thinking will deepen and breathe new life, broad, enduring, and unconfined. There will be times you slip into old thoughts unconsciously, but do not condemn yourself. Renewal is a journey, not a destination. What matters is not perfection, but returning to the path each time you stray. Each time you choose my promise over fear, gratitude over complaint, you strengthen the new road and plant seeds of life. You live in a season of divine transformation, not just to feel better, but to become a living testimony of my goodness. When the world sees your peace amid shaking, hears your encouragement amid discouragement, they will know a higher life works in you. You will reflect my love, not just in words, but in how you live. Do not dismiss what happens in your mind. It is the foundation for a new way of living, a life grounded in belonging to me, unconditional love, and a calling to carry that love into the world. Each renewed thought builds this foundation. Every choice of forgiveness and trust partners you with me in rebuilding that reaches beyond you, touching others. My beloved, what I do in you is deeper than you know. Eternal work. Whether or not you see it fully now or must wait for clarity, I ask only that you keep walking in surrender. Let me renew your thinking. Saturate your mind with what is good, true, admirable, and hopeful. Open your heart daily to receive my words like a flowing stream. You were not created to live bound by limiting thoughts, but to think as a child of light, speak hope, and act restored. You, with renewed mind, healed soul, and loving heart, will be a light that cannot be hidden, a lamp not placed under a basket. You will illuminate a weary world longing for true life. My precious one, as you enter this new state, where change is no longer feared but welcomed, know a spiritual awakening unfolds within you. It is not foreign, but a power that has always lived in you, now stirred and flowing like a pure river of grace. You have carried this power since your formation in your mother's womb. When I knitted you, I placed seeds of endurance, eternal life, and divine nature marked by my fingerprint. But only when you release the old, step boldly into restoration, and trust me fully, will you see that river flow, not with noise, but with unstoppable strength. Now you live in a new reality, not confined by old patterns. You sense soul lightness, no longer burdened by striving or others' expectations. You live because you are loved, chosen, restored. Each step carries quiet but profound power to transform your life and touch others. Each day is not mere survival, but a doorway to growth, understanding, deeper relationship with me, and living the transformation I bring. You awaken not weighed by yesterday's cares, but with gentle hope, a quiet certainty upheld by enduring love. Imagine waking to a new dawn, not weary but with a whisper from your soul. Today is a gift, part of my greater plan. No longer burdened by unfinished tasks or uncertainty, you carry quiet confidence from deep within. You no longer bear burdens alone. You are held, guided, lifted by love that never ends or breaks promises. This love does not depend on achievements or emotions. It is constant, a sacred flame that never dies, a wellspring never dry. That love builds a new confidence, not hollow pride, but deep assurance of belonging to something greater, a place in a glorious design ordained before time began. You will see everything differently. Challenges that once terrified become training grounds. Obstacles that discouraged become launch pads. Hardships become doors to better things. Your thoughts will shift from what if to hopeful questions. Lord, what are you teaching me today? What are you preparing me for next? I shape you to respond to my leading, not react to circumstances, to live from divine identity, not outcomes, to be ruled by peace, not fear. My child, this is part of the miracle I write in your life. I am rebuilding everything, from your thoughts to feelings to self and world perception. You will live aware that nothing is meaningless. Every encounter, step, word can carry heaven's breath. Each day becomes a sacred space where heaven and earth meet. You will not fear imperfect days because my love is unconditional. Even when you stumble, I do not leave but lift you, wipe tears and say, "Keep going, my beloved. I am here." Every fall is grace, a reminder you don't overcome alone but cling to me, who carries you through. In this newness, you no longer live as a victim but as keeper of restored treasures. You walk filled to overflow, and from that abundance, you give. The love you receive flows through you. The joy you find sings encouragement to weary souls. The healing you receive stands as living proof nothing is beyond my restoration. This is not the end, but the unfolding of something sacred, a season where your reshaped life becomes hope's vessel, my heart's reflection, and my presence is channel to a searching world. My beloved child, as you step on this new journey, marked by healing, renewal, and my unchanging love, challenges will come. There will be gray days when storms shake your heart and steps falter under burdens. But know this deeply, these trials do not crush or hold you back. They are part of the transformation I carry out within you. Each challenge is a spiritual classroom, teaching patience, letting go, and revealing true value. My presence, peace unstealable, and joy remaining when all else falls apart. Face each day courageously, not with forced smiles but grateful hearts. See trials as companions. Through adversity, learn gentleness. Through tears, mercy. Through storms, understand the shepherd's faithful care. I teach you to rise through surrender, not resistance, to be strong by softening your heart in faith. Through all, I prepare you for a future where light shines from within. Do not measure yourself by stumbles or define your story by dark chapters. Let me write your pages. The coming chapters overflow with hope, healing, and glory beyond dreams. Every trial is ink etching marks of a soul transformed by divine love. You need not understand all to continue. Remember, I go before you, making the way, lighting the path, always with you. When discouraged, return to this truth. You are the Eternal's child. You are not abandoned. You are shaped to carry light to a world desperate for truth, beauty, and life. And the trials you endure today become tomorrow's testimony. One day, you will speak of these times with gratitude, not bitterness. Through all you've endured, you become the one I destined you to be, with a heart deep enough to feel, eyes bright enough to see, and arms wide enough to embrace the lost as you once were. You have carried too many burdens, the unhealed wounds, closed heart memories, and expectations too heavy for weary shoulders. But now I invite you to lay them down. Release each gently into my hands so grace, healing, and sacred renewal may flow freely within you. The water I give is unlike any you've known. It penetrates the soul's hidden corners, memories you buried, places where silent tears fell. It comes not to disrupt but to restore, not to condemn but to soothe and saturate dry, weary spirit ground. Imagine each drop touching silent wounds, abandonment, voices that said you were never enough, unseen collapses. One by one it washes ash layers of pain away. New life rises, strong, bright, true. You need not understand all to receive. Step in with faith and open heart. Stand in your heart's sanctuary, just you and me, where noise cannot enter and your soul rests. In that silence, hear life awakening. Not outward transformation, but one rising from your core. I renew not superficially, but deeply. From root to branch, from buried pain to fresh shoots of hope. I clear space within to plant peace unshakable, joy not circumstance bound, and profound trust in the one who never breaks promises. Do you know this? I have watched you press on with all strength. I saw your smile while you bled quietly inside. You've become skilled in endurance, but I did not call you to survive alone. I called you to live fully and soaked in my presence. To bring forth that life, I give a new beginning, not erasing past but redefining it. What caused pain becomes proof of healing. What frightened you becomes testimony of my presence. Places you thought ended are starting points for something glorious. Let this stream flow. Do not fear change. Do not cling to what I gently remove. All I take makes room for greater things. Every emptiness soon fills with my boundless love. I prepare overflow, so you no longer live in lack, but abundance. Allow the water to immerse you. Feel yourself come alive again, daily, moment by moment. Each morning, awaken with rested body and revived soul. Walk lightly, not because all is perfect, but because I guide the journey. I hold your heart, mind, and future. From now on, do not return to old fears, unworthiness, or condemning voices. Remember, my water lifts you, does not drown. Births new self in glory. Strong, free, radiant, marked by heaven's breath in every step. Living within this flow, you become my dwelling place. Others will sense something different. A light in your eyes, gentleness in your words, steadiness in your steps, because you have been healed. Through you the stream flows, reaching parched souls, bringing life to the dried. My beloved child, amid chaos and clamor, I call you to lift your head and fix your eyes on me. Not on headlines or fleeting opinions, but on me, the unchanging one amid stormy waves. Pause, breathe deeply, and look with faith. Eyes once wounded but now restored. Eyes led back by my hand. The world will always be loud with threats and fears, pulling you into anxiety's cycle. But my stillness is greater. I do not shout, but whisper gently within your soul, patiently waiting for you to listen. In silence, when your mind stops scrambling and heart stops resisting, you will hear my voice. Let me be your focus daily. Do not lose the deep stability I offer amid dizzying changes. Events pass, opinions fade, but I remain, the one from the beginning, alive forever. My will is unhindered by politics, crisis, disease, or unrest. I hold time and weave every moment to a purpose beyond your sight. You may feel swallowed by darkness, see injustice and loss, and wonder, Lord, where are you? Know this, even in darkness, I am moving. Some works I do openly, others I carry out in sacred silence, hidden where only I see, orchestrating deliverance unseen by human eyes. I heal unreachable hearts. I restore dead dreams. I awaken weary souls to believe in goodness again. I build amid ashes. Nothing escapes my hand. Most wondrously, I invite you to join this divine transformation. You need not be perfect, just a tender heart and eyes fixed on me. Look to me, my beloved. As long as your eyes stay on me, the storm cannot drown you. As long as your heart anchors in me, you will not be swept away by shifting emotions. When your mind rests in me, even tangled circumstances become peaceful gardens. Do not let the world's cries drown my spirit's whisper. Do not let urgent things steal eternity. Every threat will pass. Every battle will end. But my kingdom lasts forever. I invite you to live knowing you are irreplaceable in that kingdom. Whether a small light, quiet intercessor, or gentle voice amid noise. Do not measure impact by what eyes see. Every sincere prayer, act of love, moment, choosing forgiveness, brings great spiritual change. Fixing your eyes on me places your feet on the unshakable foundation, not by strength, but by my strength. Not by answers, but by knowing the one who holds all. I promise, when you fix your gaze on me, you will see what others cannot. Hope shining through despair. Opportunity wrapped in challenge. Open doors where others see walls. Above all, you will see me, still here, never gone, calling you, walking with you, inviting you to deeper companionship. You may choose distraction or transformation. You can be shaken by winds or anchor in the unchanging one. I do not force, I invite. Out of chaos, anxiety, false comforts, into deeper place, where you know I am God, refuge, an endless life source for your journey. My beloved, place your hand on your heart and feel its rhythm. It is not your own, but the life I sustain in you. I long to synchronize that heartbeat with heaven's rhythm. No fear, confusion, only love, steadiness, and eternal glory. Look to me, not just today, but every day. When you rise, say, Lord, my eyes seek you first. When shaken by news, whisper, my heart anchors in you. When caught in conflict's whirlwind, be still and ask, Lord, what do you want me to do now? Turning to me, you find direction, stability, and yourself in my unchanging good purpose. One day, when the world's noise fades and struggles lose meaning, you will see clearly. Choosing me over chaos was your most beautiful decision. That gaze sustained, transformed, and made you a bearer of light in dark times. I know your heart may waver. When storms rise, political upheaval, disasters, conflicts, insecurity, peace feels hard to keep. But remember, I am with you always. Even the most steadfast hearts may grow weary, may struggle with doubt, and at times feel as though they are on the verge of breaking beneath the relentless weight of these challenging times. I do not blame you for the moments when confusion overwhelmed you. I do not condemn the times you questioned. How can I remain firm in a world like this? Within that very question, I perceive honesty. I see a yearning to find a steadfast anchor. I witness your heart seeking a foundation that will not be shaken amid a world that shifts constantly, changing hour by hour. My beloved, I am that unshakable foundation. I am the one upon whom you can firmly stand when everything else crumbles. This world has constructed its foundations upon power, reputation, gain, and fleeting promises. It teaches you that worth is measured by performance, that security springs from control, and that happiness is found in external things. Yet no matter how solid these structures may appear, eventually their cracks will be revealed. When harsh winds blow, when the earth trembles, when what seemed immovable begins to sway, you will clearly see what truly endures and what was built on eternal truth. My kingdom is unlike any earthly kingdom. It is not founded on stone, silver, or human authority. It is not shaken by the tides of history nor threatened by upheaval. My kingdom stands upon the foundation of everlasting truth, sustained by unfailing love and expanded by surrendered hearts, those who trust, obey, and live by truth. It is a kingdom of righteousness, of peace that surpasses understanding, and of joy that cannot be stolen. And when you belong to this kingdom, you can stand firm, even as the world seems to fall apart. Not because you are escaping reality, but because you live from a higher reality. When you lift your eyes from headlines and grim forecasts and fix your gaze on me, the one who holds all history in the palm of my hand, your heart will be filled with a peace so profound that words cannot fully capture it. This is not peace in the absence of turmoil, but peace born from my presence. I do not promise to remove every hardship from your path, but I do promise this. When you place your trust in me, you will never walk alone. You will not have to rely solely on your own strength to stand firm. I am the rock that cannot be shaken, the one on whom you can place your entire life. And when you stand upon this foundation, no force can cause you to fall. No storm can drown you, for I am your stronghold, your shelter, your eternal refuge. You may hear voices declaring that these times are ending, that despair is inevitable. But I say to you, even in the deepest darkness, my light shines brightly. Even when every human system fails, my kingdom remains unmoved. While the world urges hoarding out of fear, you are called to store up my word in your heart. When the world declares there is no hope, rise and become a bearer of hope. For I am the one who lives and lives forevermore. Remember this, you are not called to live as a victim of your circumstances, but as one commissioned with the authority of the kingdom of heaven. You were created to walk in the wisdom given by the Holy Spirit, to think not according to the world's patterns, but with the mind of Christ. You need not be driven by fear, breaking news, or grim forecasts. Instead, learn to quiet your spirit and listen for my voice, that gentle yet powerful voice that always shows you the way and constantly reminds you, I have been here from the beginning, and I will remain with you until the very end. My beloved, I know the outside world can make you feel alone, helpless, and misunderstood. But trust me, within this community, you will find people who will love you just as you are. When you enter this family, you will not only receive love, but also become a giver of that same love. And that is part of the greater plan I have destined for each of my children. To live by faith, love one another, and move forward united, sustained by the light and strength only my love can provide. Open your heart and allow me to lead you into this family. Together, we will fight with the weapons of faith and compassion. Through love and prayer, we will build a strong and enduring community, a place where no one suffers in silence and no one faces hardship alone. My precious one, this family awaits your arrival. Step in and experience the love, comfort, and strength it offers. I know well what may come once this moment passes. After you have quieted your heart and felt my presence, the enemy will not rest. It will try every way to snatch away the spiritual seed I have just sown within you. The very moment this message ends, waves of anxiety may rise, a voice of criticism, a vague unease, an unexplained emptiness, or a subtle temptation tapping at the door. That is how it works, dimming the light you have just seen, sowing doubt, stirring confusion in the emotions just awakened. It will try to make you question, was what I felt real? Could God's love truly be for me? And in those moments, I plead with you, do not let go of my hand. My child, you have touched a sacred truth, that I love you, that you are not alone, and that you are destined for something far more beautiful than you could imagine. Do not let anything take that truth from your heart. Do not allow passing storms of emotion to make you forget the holy moment when your heart knew without doubt that I was holding you close. If you turn away too soon, if you walk from this light, you will begin to hear the voice of darkness again. Day by day, your heart will grow numb to my gentle whisper. I will not force you to stay. My love does not control, coerce, or compel. I have given you the gift of free will, so the love you give me has meaning, and the faith you place in me is a willing choice, not an empty duty. But because I love you deeply, I cannot stay silent. I must warn you, if you turn away, if you dismiss this tender call, there will come a time when you find yourself lost in the very things you once believed would set you free. And in that silence, it will not be that I have withdrawn, but that your heart has closed itself to me. I have seen many such souls, hearts that once burned fervently for me, eyes once filled with tears touched by my love. Yet over time, they were swept away by life's currents, distracted by the trivial, drawn away by fleeting pleasures and burdens. Day by day, the sacred blurred. My voice became a distant echo, and their hearts grew cold like ashes after the flame. My beloved, I do not want this for you. Do you realize this, my child? When you turn away from me, it is not only you who suffers. The angels I assigned to guard you, who have walked beside you through tears and hope, must stand at a distance, sorrowful and silent. Their eyes, filled with grief, watch helplessly as you stray from the glorious path prepared for you, falling into heartache you were never meant to bear. And I feel a sharp pain in my heart, for my love for you is too great to look away. I am almighty, yet I do not stop you from choosing, because true love never coerces. I did not create you to be a servant of compulsion. I formed you to be one who chooses to love me, to walk with me, to place your hand in mine. Today, once again, I reach out, not with thunderous power, but with a still small voice full of tenderness. My beloved, do not go. Stay with me. You stand now at a spiritual crossroads where you can choose to go deeper into my presence or slowly drift away from the sacred moment you have just touched. No one else can make this choice for you, but know this: if you choose to stay, I will pour out strength, peace, and clear direction for every step. Doors you thought closed will open. Burdens you believed no one understood will lighten. Dreams you once thought dead will awaken. But this will not come instantly. It will not arrive in a surge of emotion, but through faithfulness in each new day. Therefore, hold fast to the hope just kindled within you. Cling to it as one clings to a flame on a cold winter's night. Do not let anything extinguish it. Nourish it with prayer, with daily seeking of me, and by opening your heart to the spiritual family I have placed around you. I know choosing kindness in a world that often chooses judgment is not easy. I know when you choose to forgive, you may seem weak. When you choose compassion, some might take advantage. When you believe in goodness, others might mock you for perceived naivety. But my child, in those moments when you dare to love unconditionally, you reflect my holy nature in its fullest form. When you open your arms to embrace those cast aside by the world, you open the door for heaven to enter their lives. I do not call you to greatness by the world's standards. I do not demand remarkable achievements or accolades. I simply invite you to live truthfully, in word, act, and in seeing others without judgment. When you draw near to the brokenhearted without an agenda to fix, but simply to be present and love, you do something extraordinary. The world knows success, but suffers from a deep poverty of sincerity and compassion. And know this: every time you choose love over judgment, you not only bring healing to others, but deepen your communion with me. For I dwell most powerfully in love, when you give without expectation, when you wipe tears without seeking praise, when you pray silently for those unaware. You are not alone. I am there beside you, supporting, filling your heart with warmth no earthly thing can rival. You are never alone when you love. My presence will cover you like an invisible garment, shielding and renewing your strength. When weary from giving, come to me. When empty, let me refill you. My love never runs dry. As you live in its flow, you will find giving does not leave you with less. It makes you more abundant each day. Oh, my beloved, how many silently hope someone will look at them with empathy? How many have carried burdens lifelong, longing to hear, "You are not invisible"? How many children starved for affection need only a sincere embrace to feel worthy? And you, yes, you can answer their unspoken prayers. You don't need grandeur, only presence, open heart, genuine gentleness, and the light I placed inside you. Let your love be a living testimony in a world thirsty for emotional healing. Let your kindness melt hearts hardened by pain. Remember, every act of tenderness proclaims that light still triumphs over darkness. People can be renewed. Hope is no foolish dream. And I, the Eternal One, am alive, loving, and moving through every soul who offers life in love. When you live this way, not only others are transformed, you too. You will realize you are changed. Your mind opens, your heart softens, your eyes see what once were hidden. Your soul is wrapped in a peace only those who dwell in true love know. As you continue on this journey, a profound truth unfolds. True worth is not found in worldly applause or titles, but in stepping into the divine path appointed long before your birth. This is the path of heavenly purpose, the journey bringing you back to the essence of who you are, created by me, in love and for love. Perhaps you are weary from chasing external standards, society's expectations, pressured success measures. polished images of perfection. Perhaps you once believed worth was tied to recognition, praise, or attention. But my child, those things are fleeting, like morning mist vanishing under the sun. I do not measure your value by accomplishments or reputation. I look to the core, where your soul echoes authenticity, where your heart responds quietly in surrender. You will see that when you live aligned with your destiny, every step, seen or unseen, becomes eternally significant. Every act of love, every encouraging word, every choice to stand for right reflects why you were created. And in obedience, you will find joy no one can take, a deep contentment freeing you from comparison, competition, or fear of inadequacy. My beloved, in every moment I invite you to let my love be the firm foundation beneath your feet. When the world trembles, when doubts blow strong, when you feel unseen and misunderstood, remember my love does not waver. It is no fickle human affection. My love is a fortress, a stream of living water soothing the soul, a flame that never dies. Even in darkest nights, when depleted, come to me. My love will fuel your journey, the sacred breath sustaining your inner flame. And my peace will envelop your soul like an ever-present, tender embrace, never coercive, always enduring, ready to welcome and hold you when broken. This peace is unlike any worldly stillness. It does not depend on circumstances. Even amid storms, this peace steadies your heart and guards your mind from fruitless anxiety. When you live from this sacred place where my love and peace dwell, a divine harmony rises within, a resonance with heaven's heartbeat, the gentle sound of eternity. Then you will hear, not with ears but spirit, the echo of other souls walking my purpose. A voiceless symphony where each contributes through wholehearted living, steadfast faith, and light carried into this world's night. You will see the holy beauty of connection, not forced agreement but unity in the Creator. Souls differing in circumstances, languages, and stories, united in surrender to me, offering lives reflecting my presence. In that sacred offering, deep spiritual beauty arises, a beauty making heaven rejoice, stirring my heart, and impossible for the world to imitate. And you, yes, you, are irreplaceable in this divine symphony. No one else can fill your role. The tone you carry is unique. The light you reflect comes not from perfection, but from rising after each fall, from wounds healed by grace, from quiet sacrifices unseen. These compose your distinctive melody in my eternal chorus. So do not seek validation in fleeting praise. Do not compare or let doubt cloud your worth. Remember, I chose you. I called you. I lead you day by day to fulfill a mission only you can complete. You are not anonymous in my plan. You are seen, loved, and called by name with an immeasurable love. Live each day aware you carry a fragment of heaven. Even if your work seems small or unnoticed, I see and cherish every act. With me, no act of love is insignificant. No prayer is in vain. No sacrifice nameless. All are remembered and bear spiritual fruit, contributing to your life's unfolding glory. Let this truth saturate your heart. My beloved, your presence in this world is not mere existence. It is a calling. Every breath, every heartbeat is an opportunity to love, live, and serve in my presence. When you surrender yourself this way, you not only experience me, but become a place where I reveal myself so others may see light and believe goodness, truth, and beauty remain on earth. One day, when you look back on your path, you won't measure life by what eyes saw, but by the peace you brought, souls awakened by your witness, and harmony you helped create. Then, with spirit's deep clarity, you will know you lived true to your divine destiny, bore my image faithfully, and finished your race with perseverance. I long to see my people living in unshakable unity, a bond rooted in genuine love, not empty words. I desire my children to see one another not with competition, envy, or suspicion, but through compassion. a compassion that never tires, a heart that seeks to understand without full agreement, a soul willing to lay down its rightness to reach a wandering brother. When, amid life's chaos, you lift someone weary, when you give time and set pride aside to listen with your heart, in that moment, you live the love I breathed into you from the start. I do not seek a rigid mold. I delight in your uniqueness. I rejoice in the colors of your individual hearts. Some bear intercession's enduring flame. Some carry healing songs. Some are burden bearers, comforters, exhorters, builders. Each has a sacred role, a distinct voice. In this glorious diversity, I see my glory shine more brilliantly than ever. But dear child, abundance becomes beautiful and life-giving only when bound by genuine love. Without love, diversity breeds division. Talent without humility breeds pride. Opinions without willingness to listen become weapons of destruction. That is why I call you to choose love over judgment, forgiveness over blame, and reconciliation over strife. Walking in unity is not easy. Wounds ache. Careless words have left hearts bleeding. Actions have created distance and invisible walls. But if you hold on to these, my outpouring within you will be hindered. If you dare to release them, to love when love is not returned, you open a door for my grace to flow first into your heart, then to those around you. Choosing forgiveness does not deny pain. It entrusts judgment to me, the righteous one. Humbling yourself to reach out is not lowering worth, but entering my kingdom's depths, where the greatest serves with love and humility. There I am exalted. There my power is most visible. O child, in a world torn by division, conflict, and blame, I search for those who go against the current. Those who do not take sides in opinion battles but stand with arms wide, drawing people together. Those who don't need to win but will lose, so a soul might be saved. Those unafraid to appear weak, who weep with the hurting, who apologize first, who are not discouraged by being misunderstood in peacemaking. Living so, you lay the foundation for something new, a solid foundation for my kingdom's establishment in human hearts. I seek no grand temples or monuments with human names. I seek soft hearts, loving communities marked by sincerity and truth. In these places, heaven touches earth. My presence dwells there, not as fleeting emotion, but as enduring glory, covering, protecting, transforming all. My beloved, how many are weary from isolation? How many thirst for acceptance without judgment? How many could be healed by a single loving look? And you? Yes, you can answer their silent cry. You need not be perfect, only faithful. You need not do everything, only your part in love, leaving the rest to me. I call you and my people to be an army of unity, not swords and shields, but love. A people who rebuild, not destroy, who leave healing, not ruins. And I, standing among you, will move more wondrously than you imagine. So walk forward with a heart ready to love. Forgive as I forgave you. Reach out as I reached down to pull you from depths. Love those unlike you, those who don't understand, even those who wounded you. For living this way is living like me. When all do this together, my kingdom manifests not by force but by unwavering, eternal, genuine love. When you open your eyes to the world, do you feel the fractures grow each day? These cracks are carved deep within the human heart, between brothers and sisters, friends and foes, once close souls, now distant and divided. Invisible walls rise, each brick laid with doubt, unhealed wounds, unresolved pain. One by one, people retreat, seeking safety in lonely fortresses built from fear and bitterness. But child, I did not create you to live isolated. I did not call you to avoid pain. I called you to step forward, to reconnect, to love. Though the world calls such love foolish, my love is not like the world's. It does not fear pain or reject rejection. It is not limited by human conditions or standards. It is a love that breaks down every wall, a love that erases even the deepest lines between people, a love that restores what seemed irreparably broken. This love flows not from fleeting emotions, but from my very essence, the one who loved you before you spoke my name. When you let this love flow through your life, not drop by drop, but like a mighty waterfall, you will witness silent miracles. Those who turned away begin to listen, hearts turned to stone begin to feel, and you, once burdened, become a vessel of healing. My beloved, I know some have hurt you deeply. Perhaps no apology came, perhaps they don't know the scars they left. But forgiveness is not approval of wrong. Forgiveness is the brave act, understanding that bitterness imprisons without a key. When you forgive, you do not do it because they deserve it. You do it because you deserve freedom. In that choice, my love rushes like living water, softening even the driest soul places. Learn to listen without needing agreement. See value in others, even without full understanding. I did not create humanity identical. Diversity is a gift, not a burden. In differing views, I teach humility, patience, and unconditional love. Do not fear when your heart stirs for one who caused pain. Do not shut your heart because the past is unhealed. Sometimes those who hurt are the ones I desire to touch through you. I don't need you flawless, just to take one courageous step in love, and I'll handle the rest. Walls won't fall through debate, logic, or force. They fall only when love is the foundation of all you do. When you enter a room with my presence, you bring a new atmosphere. Not judgment, but understanding. Not coldness, but warmth. That presence softens what has been rigid too long. It causes even the hardest hearts to dream and believe again. Do you know, child, forgiveness is more than action? It is a spiritual declaration that you are not a victim, but a victor. That you refuse to let the past bind you. That you choose love's power to change destiny. So do not be surprised if I place you among those unlike you, among the difficult to love, even those who wounded you. For light serves no purpose where it's already bright. Light enters darkness to reveal its true worth, and you are that light. I did not place you to blend in, but to stand out, not to be shaped by surroundings, but to shape them. And love does not mean you won't be hurt. True love gives strength to rise after every fall. It empowers you to say, I will still choose love even with a bleeding heart. It gives courage to face the one who hurt you without bitterness. When you love with my love, you rely not on your strength, but on an inexhaustible source, heaven's heights where love never runs dry. Let me teach you to build bridges between generations, people, souls once distant. I seek those unafraid to love first, forgive first, take first step, even if unsure others will follow. Are you such a one, child? One who dares to love wounded, one who dares to extend a hand, unsure it will be taken, one who dares to believe in reconnection's miracle. Not because you're strong, but because I am greater. Do not let fear rule your heart. Do not let pain define who you become. Do not let negative voices shape the love you give. You were not born to survive only. You were born to love. When you love as I love, you glimpse heaven, even here. So, beloved child, keep walking. Though roads are rough, keep choosing love, even when unreturned. Keep forgiving, even when wounds remain. Each time you do, you change others. Allow me to transform you and bring this world closer to my kingdom's reality. When storms rage, opinions shout, and emotions overwhelm, I invite you to return to your spirit's eyes, unshaken by what human eyes see or ears hear. There I planted within you a vision beyond circumstance, clarity born not of human knowledge but divine revelation. Do not let external light determine your inner light. Hold fast to spiritual sight, not to escape reality but to see through my eyes. Only with your heart fixed on my light can you walk without losing your way amid life's crossroads. I know you feel weary at times, unable to see ahead, unanswered questions, no map, no signs. But in these uncertain moments, know this: faith does not need full visibility. It needs a steadfast connection to heaven's voice. You will hear my voice, not in noise, but in stillness of sincere prayer. Seek me not just when you need answers, but even when you don't know what you need. Let prayer be more than a response to hardship. Let it be your breath, a continual link to eternal wisdom. You need no eloquence or ritual, only a sincere heart and longing. When you approach me in humility, I never turn away. My wisdom is unlike worldly knowledge. It is not from books or limited by logic. It is a light for your soul, peace amid uncertainty, spiritual intuition steering you from unseen snares. This wisdom is not for the flawless only. It is for those walking faithfully, step by step. You may think you're too small to hear me, but I measure closeness by desire, not status. Even if you whisper weak prayer at night, I hear you. When you sob wordlessly, I understand. Ask for wisdom. Do not doubt. I give freely without reproach, but learn to wait. Some answers come not instantly, not from indifference, but because I prepare you for greater gifts. There are things you ask now, but will grasp only deeper in faith. So persevere. Pray without ceasing, not to change me, but to align your heart with mine. If you hold fast to this inner vision, from walking closely with me, even when the world trembles, you remain unshaken. Your roots are not comfort, but relationship with me. You will not be swept by trends or empty promises. You will know your path, not because all is clear, but because you recognize my spirit's whisper. I will never let you walk alone. I guide each step, even if you don't always see it. Sometimes my guidance is peace amid chaos. Sometimes a gentle nudge steering you from seemingly reasonable paths. Sometimes a closed door, not to stop but protect. When you recognize this leading, you will see something miraculous. I don't just show the way, I walk it with you. Let prayer be your daily anchor. Begin your day in conversation with me to lay a solid foundation. End your day speaking to me to lay down burdens. And through life's busyness, keep your heart turned toward me, like a lover searching for the beloved's eyes in a crowd. Now offer me your sincere prayer. Lord, I open my heart. Renew my body and soul through your holy process. Lead me into the profound transformation you have prepared, a transformation of light, healing, and unquenchable hope. I feel your divine current gently touching every part of me. I no longer resist. Help me release all that is old, all that held my soul captive too long. Though I may not fully understand your work, I choose to trust your unconditional love, renewing, restoring, setting me free step by step in your presence. Lord, not one tear I've shed has gone unnoticed. Thank you for being near when I was lost, for loving me still in weakness and unawareness of your nearness. Today I surrender to this new journey. May I sense your presence as breath in my chest. I open my heart to receive light and life only you can give. In this still moment, I feel a gentle shift in body and soul. This is no pain, but invitation to new life. Grant me courage not to cling to the past, but let your light enter wounds and fears, transforming them into joy and hope. There are moments I doubt myself, my worth, my lovability, but I recall your word. I am defined not by scars, but by the light within. Help me believe in the sacred beauty you placed inside me. Trust your greater plan even when unseen. Walk forward with gratitude. When overwhelmed by change, grant faith instead of fear. Teach me to see transformation as opportunity to be lifted and made whole. When emotions storm, may your spirit calm my heart, reminding me I am shaped by loving hands, never abandoning me. My beloved, as you step back into your day, carry this divine encounter close to your heart and let its light guide every decision. Return here often, for I am ever speaking fresh words of healing and hope through this channel. Subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss the whispers of life that will transform your soul. Share your breakthroughs in the comments, that others may be encouraged by your testimony and find courage to seek their own renewal. Invite someone you love to join this growing family, and together we will witness miracles unfold. Until we meet again, remain in my presence and watch how every visit here breathes new life into your spirit. Amen.